So you're running an EVGA GeForce RTX 3080 Ti FTW3 and your system's running a little bit hot, or maybe it's nice and cool but it's still too loud, or maybe you just don't like the way the colors are showing on your card, or they're not showing at all. Don't worry guys, in this video I'm going to show you from start to finish how to get all the colors looking nice on your video card, how to get the cooling just right for your system, or maybe tone it down so that it's not as loud. So come over here real quick and let's get started. So to start off with, we're just going to open up Edge or Chrome, whichever browser. And we'll go to evga.com. Log in if you want to log in. We'll go into Service, EVGA Software, and we'll download the latest and greatest Precision X1. Scroll down, and you can either get it standalone, Precision for Steam, or for Game Bar. I'm going to go ahead and do standalone. So go ahead, open it up here, and we can run this from within the zip file. And basically click next all the way through. Then we'll go ahead and just close out of everything. If you're running any sort of RGB software, go ahead and close out of that as well. Just for now at least. So we'll go ahead and open up Precision X1. So pay attention to this part. This is incredibly important. This is going to update the firmware for your video card. This is going to fix a ton of issues, potentially improve the performance of your video card, of the fans, of the lighting, a ton of different things. Always incredibly important to update the firmware of your card. So here we'll go ahead and just click start. This is going to take a few minutes or a few seconds, and the card will get loud. Okay, so now when that's done, we'll go ahead and click close, and Precision X1 is going to open up with the latest firmware on the card. So we have a ton of features right here. So coming over, we'll start off on LED. From here, we can change every single aspect of the card. This part may look different on your machine. It all depends on what kind of video card you have. If you have any questions on it, just leave it down below. I reply to everything. And then from here, for example, this bar right over here, we can go ahead and change it to static on. And then from here, we'll just click right on this little ball here, and we can change all the colors. You want pure white, have it pure white. You want red. You got it all here. Turn it off. I prefer rainbow wave. I think that looks awesome. Now, you can get granular if you like. Notice that little EVGA down there. This is rainbow. And that EVGA, we could change it to breathing. And then we can turn it white, turn it yellow, turn it red. And we can go all those colors, or we can just keep it static on. And of course we can, just do the same thing there. And the same thing is going to apply for everything we see right over here. And you can see the lighting right over here. All right, I'm gonna set this down over here so you can see it in action. Then I'm also going to connect the fan, the 3-pin fan over here. And if that happens, move the cable. We can see the fan does have color, is spinning up. So we connected the power to the 3-pin over here. And then we connected the ARGB connection to the video card. Then over here in Precision X1, we'll do static on. Now we can see we just did it, controlling it from Precision X1 through the video card onto the fan. Then we can do a breathing, and like before, we can change all the lighting however we'd like. Solid colors, but I have breathing, so yes, it does white, and it does off, does them all. And then of course the same way, we can just go through every single effect here. Over here on rebar, we can see if we have the resizable bar enabled. Now, if you don't know how to set this up, I made a video. I'll go ahead and link it up above so you guys can check it out, and also at the end. So coming over here to VGA 1, here we have a little bit of control of the fans. Right now they're on auto. Right over here we can see my microphone. And right over here we can see a dB meter I have sitting right next to the card. I moved it around and did some testing. It's probably going to be 1 or 2 dB off depending on where you put it. So I just wanted to give you that information. So right now it's going up and down because of my voice. But if I stay quiet with the fans set to auto over here, goes from 39 to about 42. So I'm going to go ahead and we're at about 1,100 RPM. So I'm going to go ahead and take it off of auto and let's bump it up to 40. Now that goes ahead and links them all to 40 because we're linked over here. So about 1200 RPMs with the fans set on 40. The dB meter didn't really see much of a difference. So let's go ahead and bump it up to 50. It might have seen 1 dB or something, but let's go ahead and do 50. Okay, so at 15, or at 50%, I saw the fan RPMs go up to about 15, 17, and the dBA meter, I saw it go as high as 46 dB. All right, so let's go to 60. All right, so I saw the dB meter hit about 49 dB and the RPMs were over here at 60 at 1800 RPM. So let's give 70 a try. All right, so we got as high as 53.9 at 2091 RPMs at 70%. Let's go ahead and give 80 a try. All right, so I saw it go up to about 58.9 or 58.5 dB. The fans are at 24 or 2,400 RPM at 80%. Let's go ahead and give 90 a try. So 2714, 2,714 RPM, now 20 RPM. We saw the dB hit about 70, almost exactly, with the fans at 90%. That was a significant increase there. So let's go ahead and give 100 a try. So I think that was 74.6 dB at 3001. I've seen maybe 3008 RPMs at 100%. That's pretty awesome. So coming back down to earth. So about 39 dB with 1117 RPMs at auto, which is 37%. Although when you click here, it says 33, but either way we could drop it. Well, yeah, it'll drop down, but I don't think we're going to see a considerable or noticeable difference there. Okay, maybe I was wrong. I saw 38 there. Not considerable, but still decent. So if you prefer a little more control in this, one of my favorite features is the fan curves. So coming over here, clicking on this right arrow twice, here we can see the fan curve. So first off is go ahead and enable the fan curve. So I'll click apply on that. The reason behind the fan curves is, for example, when the GPU hits 30 degrees, the fan will go up to 40%. When it hits 50 degrees, it'll go up to 50%, and that's going to replicate along all the fans. Now, for example, we can see how fast fan number 3 is going. I'm going to go ahead and just bring it down right over here. And I'm choosing that fan because that's the easiest one to see right now, but I'll go ahead and apply that. Now you can see how much that fan is slowing down, and then we'll go ahead and then drop it some more. We'll drop it all to the same. It's kind of hard to get these little dots perfect. All right. You can see how it turns on, turns off. Now that's one of the things that caused an issue before on previous cards, maybe previous firmwares, was the fan will turn off and then turn back on. So you would hear a constant click, click, click. So that's another reason I love the fan curves. And then aside from you changing all the fan curves to whatever you want, some people prefer them to be higher. I kind of prefer them to be higher as well because I'm always wearing headphones, but we'll go ahead and raise them here. And I don't have the microphone incredibly close, but you should have been able to hear that fan ramp up in speed. And of course, that's going to ramp up in cooling. You can see that right over here at 25 degrees. And then let's say you don't want to deal with this, and I get that. Under select preset, you can just maybe choose stealth. You see how automatically all those fan curves go? And that slows things down. All 3 fans are going to go slower. And then this temperature might increase, but right now I don't think it will because my house is nice and cool. Now, quiet is going to be probably along the same. You heard going from the more aggressive one I had set before, just fooling around, how that ramped up, and then going from that down to, what was it called? To stealth, how it just ramped down. Now going to aggressive. There wasn't much of a curve, but the temperature did, you know, the fans would have sped up a little bit more. And then of course, the same way we can just raise everything and lower everything. This is one of my favorites because this will directly impact the temperature of your GPU. Of course, you know, overclocking and all that stuff, and then raising the target are of course going to affect that. But if you raise this, which it's all safe here, but then you start raising your clock speed, your GPU temperature is going to increase. Then of course, to combat that, you're going to go ahead and raise up these fan curves. But again, if you don't know how to play with these too much, or you don't feel comfortable, just go ahead, switch to aggressive. The way it is going to be right now, out of the box, basically after you update the firmware, EVGA is going to take care of you, but I like to take care of this on my own. And then coming over here, we can see the GPU clock, the GPU memory clock, GPU temperature, memory usage, frame rate. All right. And then coming back over here to VGA, again, we can see the entire card. We can overclock the memory, we can overclock the GPU, and definitely you want to play with the power and GPU temp. You're overclocking it, just pump it all the way up. Don't worry, your card's still safe. So in this video, we've installed Precision, updated the firmware of your video card, tested the noise levels as granular as the dBA, tested all the temperatures, you know, increasing and decreasing the fan speeds, showing you the fan curves to keep your card nice and cool, or to even lower the noise level of your cards. Then we also played with the RGB lighting, enabling, disabling all the different features of the lighting, as well as connecting an external fan with RGB lighting to the video card and showing you how that works. So I've taken you from the ground all the way up. So let me know down in the comments what you think of this video. As always, please do click like and subscribe. And if you feel like this video has helped you and a simple thank you isn't good enough on your side, it is for me. But hey, if you want to buy me a cup of coffee, go ahead and buy me a cup of coffee. It helps keep me going here. So this is Iggy with ThisBytesForYou, showing you how to control your video card with EVGA Precision X1. See you guys.